for the time being, I'm going to call you Fabio. We're going to do a little bit of role play.
Okay.
You're going to be Fabio, and I'm going to be Antonio.
Bye.
Daniel Levy isn't part of this fantasy.
Yeah.
So I go to you, and I say, Fabio,
See.
I need a reserve center forward.
Yeah.
I need a midfielder.
Yeah.
This is just a minimum.
Minimum.
I need a defender because Romero's coming back in God knows when, and I don't know how he is.
Yeah.
I need another defender because I have too much Dyer and Tang. I mean, Dyer he likes, but still, I like him.
Yeah.
I mean, you usually start thinking about a goalkeeper, 2 goalkeepers, because what's up with Hugo?
A wild player.
Right?
Well, no, he's now extended his contract, so he's still.
But I mean, I'm still going to need a backup for him, and he's getting older, and he's little. Although he made one great save off of that crazy Ziyech shot.
Yeah.
How are we doing all this? What are you doing, Fabio? Come on, Fabio. Come on, Fabio.
Yeah. So Antonio, I think you're right to be cross and annoyed, because I think you would have expected us to have signed players by now. This is January 25th. You know that is difficult. We're trying to do Adama Traore, and we are quite positive that we will make that one happen. But I don't think you get anything else. Are you happy with that?
In January.
If you only get Adama, are you happy?
What
with
if we
that?
get rid of Lo Celso? Can I have somebody if I get rid of that Lo Celso?
No one wants to sell, so I don't know what I can do with him.
Oh,
Would you be happy if you only have Adama?
No, I want more. I need more. You want me to finish top 4? What do you want me to do?
Okay. How big is the gap between our squad at Tottenham and the Chelsea squad?
It's enormous. It's enormous.
It is.
No, okay. All right, now I'm going to finish my role playing myself, because we should have done this the other way around. You could have been Conte and I could have been Paratici, because I would have told him, okay, listen, Antonio.
What would you say if you're Paratici?
This is what I would say. All right, dude. You know when I left Juve, because we've been in touch all this time, that we were going into a team with an ownership group that's very cautious about spending money. They will spend for the right guy.
Yeah.
They weren't going to spend because they had all this uncertainty over Harry Kane, and that is the single biggest thing to deal with. Because if we sell Kane, we get a big pile of money. We need to make a bunch of signings. It's not going to be one in, one out. We're not going to spend all the Kane money on one guy, but we're going to have to figure out what kind of team we are and where we need to strengthen. So that is kind of what stopped us from making a lot of decisive moves in the summer, right? You know that we have Ali and Dombele, who you don't seem to like very much right now, but those are expensive players. Those are players who are on sizable salaries, big amortization in Dombele's case.
Yeah.
You know, there's only so much we can do. So be happy if I get you Adama Traore. But by the way, if Adama
I think
Traore,
my role play was pretty good. That's what I said.
if Adama Traore comes, Antonio, I don't want to see your head exploding and your hair fall out. Your hair won't fall out because it's glued on.
We know.
But I don't want to see your hair falling out if he makes a run, beats 3 players, and then doesn't finish, because you know that's the player you're getting. You're getting the guy for the one-on-ones and so on to make the runs. But, you know, he is what he is. Yeah?
Yeah. On the other hand, you don't finish top 4 by beating... Again, we go back to the same thing, by beating Chelsea, Liverpool or City. They're too good for Spurs, even with Conte. The best he could have done yesterday was a 0-0 draw, defending really well and deep like they did in the first half pretty much. Or maybe winning the game 1-0 on a Kane's goal on the counter-attack, or a bit of a fluke or something that is somehow created. But that's a long shot. You know, yesterday they could easily, if Lukaku is a bit more on his toes instead of on his heels in the first half, Chelsea could easily be 2-0 up at halftime. And the Ziyech to Mount ball in the half space is too easy for Chelsea to put in. And it took Conte, and to be fair, the team, 40 minutes to say, hey, Højbjerg, what are you doing? You can't let Mount just run in behind like this all the time. And Ziyech just ping the ball to him all the time.
I think Højbjerg is the least of Conte's problems right now. But it says a lot that is somebody to call out.
Exactly.
I think realistically,
they can finish top 4, but we'll have to get the points somewhere else.
I think they're likely to finish top 4. I'll go as far as that, because when you look at the opposition, I mean, it's Arsenal now falling away.
Yeah.
West Ham, obviously, that was a big defeat for them. You know, usually he does that, he's going to come knocking. He's going to come knocking on Levy's door. You know that. But I think even if they don't finish top four, at a minimum, I think they're going to need some help at the back, because Romero remains a question mark of what condition he's in when he comes back, whether he can contribute. Tanganga, I don't need to see Tanganga in a back three anymore. I think,
Could say the same about Sanchez.
Or Tanganga right back. Well, Sanchez...
no, there's that moment in the first half, listen to me, where he has all the time in the world. And I'm sure the boys around him said that he's shout time. And he kicks the ball out, literally on the King's Road. And Conte goes absolutely ballistic on but what? And turns around to his bench. What is he doing? What's this like? And that's Davinson Sanchez for you, who has qualities, of course, but I don't think enough for a Conte team, even in a back three.
We touched upon midfield. I think Paratici, from the moment he arrived, he's been laser focused on getting Franck Kessie from Milan, one way or another.
Yeah.
I think it's been widely reported. Obviously, Kessie's contract is up in June. My question to you, though, is my understanding is Kessie from Milan wants 8 million euros net. I'm going to try to do some quick math in my head, so bear with me. 8 million euros net works out to, say, 7 million pounds net. Multiply, its top tax rate is 45% here, so you're looking at about 13.5 million pounds a year, which is, it's in the region of 240, 250.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for Tottenham. That is a ton of money. If he's going to want the same money. And I think this is what makes it difficult for Spurs. You would think it's a no-brainer, right? But at that point, if I'm Kessie, I say, I'm not going to get that money from Milan. How much less am I willing to take?
Yeah. But they have to qualify for the Champions League. Kessie is not going to go, because there will be other clubs like PSG, like maybe other English clubs who are in for him.
Would he be a good fit in Manchester United? I don't know if United scouts know who he is, but I mean...
100%. I think he'd be a fit in a lot of clubs who will be in the Champions League, who will have the money to spend that on wages easily, in the sense this is... I suppose he would be as high as Harry Kane. I'm not sure how much of a...
He'd be right behind Harry Kane, basically.
So the wage, in terms of wage bill structure, they might not want to bring him in on that money. Look at what happened with Ndombele, who was on 200 a week. And that created a lot of tensions within the dressing room when he signed that deal. So they might not be ready for that. And I think there will be other clubs where maybe Kessie feels it's more interesting for me to go to. But they need more ballers in midfield. I'm sorry. I like Winks, he's a nice guy. Skip is a nice guy. Højbjerg is a nice guy. They can't pass the ball in the way Conte would want a midfielder to pass the ball. So they would need someone like that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.